I'm Sabrina Aguilar, and I'm going to be doing my presentation over the social exchange theory. So, social exchange theory is a theory that studies social behavior and the interaction of two parties that implement a cost-benefit analysis. So, the way I apply this is through, which is something that is starting to be common, I guess, something that we hear about, which is those sugar daddy and sugar baby relationships. So, in today's society, couples are in all sorts of forms. So it can be like older guy dating a younger girl, or a younger lady dating a younger guy. So it kind of just depends. But in this, I'm going to relate it to the sugar daddies, which are usually older. They're usually 20 to 30 years older, maybe, than the sugar babies. Not all the time, but most of the time. So they're usually older men who go out with younger girls, just because they would be receiving something in return. So these younger girls, they'll go out with the guys and they'll get bags, they'll get trips, they'll get money, and these older guys, they'll go out with the ladies because they want to have they want to go out with the younger girl, they want to make themselves look good, they just want the company most of the time. There's some situations that are different, but most of the time they kind of just want someone to go out with. So the sugar daddy and sugar baby is kind of becoming more popular. Being a sugar daddy means providing for a significant other with hopes of receiving something in return. So like I said, those sugar daddies want the company, and the younger girls want the luxurious life, if you want to say. So a lot of these girls who apply to become sugar babies, they are usually in college or just getting out of college. So usually the ones who are in college, they'll get their tuition paid for, they'll get books. Sometimes they also get an apartment, a car, designer items. So after doing some research, there's a story about this young lady. Her name's Jessica. She was 33. And she said that becoming a sugar baby was an alternative to getting into more student debt. And she wanted to go into grad school, so she knew it was going to be very expensive. And so she decided to be a sugar baby. And with that being said, she finally found one. You know, they had to sign up for a certain agreement. So this, and this, these are going to be the rules. And so once she found one who was willing to comply with those rules, he started to pay for her classes, like I said. He paid for her apartment, and he actually got her a new car. So each situation is a little different. And she actually graduated grad school with no student debt, which is something that she really wanted. So in some of my findings, I found that actually sugar babies and sugar daddy relationships are actually growing. So in 2006, there was a 33% increase in sugar daddies, and then a 54% increase in sugar babies. So there's more sugar babies than there are sugar daddies, because usually these sugar daddies are wealthy, and it's kind of hard to find the wealthy ones who would want to participate in this, I guess. or actually have these relationships with these women. So there are more sugar babies, usually the younger woman between 20, actually between like 18 and 30. A lot of these girls, they're in college, struggling financially, so they just want someone to help them out. And most of the time, they come out of college with no student debt, um, with a bunch of new designer items and a new car. So that's kind of how I decided to apply the social exchange theory. So the two parties being the sugar daddy and the sugar baby, and the cost benefit would be okay, would be the trips, the designer items, and the um and like the money, I guess, in exchange for going out, going to dinner, going to events, and just hanging out with older guys. So yeah, thank you.